Within just I think 3 to 4 weeks, I was able to secure a job fully remotely with a company that I really value what their vision is. And I attribute a lot of that to some of the key skills that I took away from the Remote Life program. My name's Sean Heptinstall. I'm just in the final stages of completing contracts with my first remote job. So that's with a company based in the UK in the environmental sector. The challenges that I faced when trying to find remote work was essentially where to look for jobs, the job boards, whether my skills fit in, whether there were specific programs that I wasn't familiar with yet that would be useful in these types of jobs. I wouldn't say that my typical position in sales and marketing is often represented on job boards for remote work that I could see on Indeed and some of the kind of standard British job boards. I never knew which direction to point myself in, so I had all this energy and I was convinced that this was the kind of life that I wanted to lead, but I kept getting one step into pursuing and then having to go back to square one again, and that was quite frustrating. Value for money, essentially. I would say that was the primary thing where I was thinking, okay, this is a lot of money to spend. Yes, it's an investment in my future, but will I be seeing those returns in terms of the job that I want, or the ability to work remotely, or even just in a salary, a good salary or a salary increase? There were many moments where I thought, oh, this is really useful. There's lots of information in there where I see it being useful within the position as well. So initially, the reason for joining the program was to find a role, and I kind of expected that was as far as it took me. But there's lots of little gems that I've taken away from the way the program's set up. So not huge eureka moments, but lots of individual little gems that I'll find useful going forward. It took me, I would say, from start to finish about probably only 4 weeks to get the job with this company. And I applied for this company probably about midway through the course. So I don't think I'd completed the course. I spent a lot of time on the cover letter and updating my CV, because there's a real focus on the keywords that you can use for the ATS system, in terms of just tracking the words that you use. So that was really, I think that armed me with the right tools. I would definitely recommend the Remote Life program. It definitely helped me find a position that I'm now, as I said, waiting to confirm contracts with. It definitely gave me a bigger view of how to look at the hiring process. So along with some of the key skills for working remotely, I think my view of how companies hire people and the tracking systems that they use to filter through CVs is really useful.